Praise the Lord. Welcome back to my channel. My week has been it has been a roller coaster. There has been some good days and there have also been some bad days. There are days I felt good, there are days I felt overwhelmed, and that's what I want to share with you in this video. I told you the reason why I share this is so that I can express my feelings, I can express my thoughts, and you know what, just by watching this you can also be encouraged that whatever is going through your mind is not only going through your mind only, and whatever you're going through, you're not only going through it alone. We are many of us, and you'll also get to learn maybe how I dealt with it, and there are things that I was defeated on how to deal with that you'll help me with advice on what to do. All right, hello, welcome to the Godly Princess channel.
Monday.
So on Monday I woke up at 5 o'clock. I went to the tap. I needed to get some water to brush my teeth. Just when I was just opening the tap like this, the tap broke and the water started splashing up. Thank God the water was actually supposed to finish by morning, so it didn't splash for a long time, but for the short period of time that it was splashing up with all that pressure, I was just like, you know what, my day is already spoiled. I'm already having a bad day because this is Monday morning. So thank God the water finished, and the tap was made by the end of the day when I came back. But when I went to work, seems like my day was already like spoiled. I was just feeling so tired and so annoyed with what I'd experienced the past weekend. On Sunday, the water filled the house. We had to mop the house. On Monday morning, the tap is broken. I went to work. I was so overwhelmed. I was so tired and bored. And then the first thing I'm told, we're having a meeting. In that meeting, I had not been prepared on what we were going to discuss, and so I flopped because I was not even understanding what was being talked about in that meeting. And later I went to the lady who was actually leading us in that meeting, my colleague, and on Monday I felt like she assumed me, and after flopping in that meeting, I went to her just to find out what we were actually discussing in that meeting, and I felt like she assumed me, she ignored me. So I was really having a bad day. Flopping in the meeting, my colleague who is supposed to help me out, understand what we were discussing, has assumed me. I already have experienced a broken tap in the house. My day was actually like really spoiled. Thank God for one of my colleagues called 𝐍𝐄𝐖. 𝐍𝐄𝐖 actually is those colleagues who they disturb you, but at the end of the day they end up making your day. So 𝐍𝐄𝐖 actually ended up breaking the ice, breaking the mood, and I ended up having a good day by the end of the day on Monday. All right,
Tuesday.
On Tuesday I woke up in the morning. I tried to open the lights. There was a blackout. Apart from having the blackout, I went to open the shower. There was no water. So I was like, the only solution now is to pick my outfit and go to the gym at work, bathe, and go to work. When I arrived at the gym at work, tried to open the shower, it blew. It blowed just when I was just beginning to bathe. And so I had to go to the next shower. When I went to the next shower, the guys at the gym were actually, they had finished with the workout. So the pressure outside, people were calling me, Cynthia. I didn't even get to bathe well. I went to work seems like the energy from Monday was still following me on Tuesday. I was just feeling fatigue. I was feeling bored. I was just feeling overwhelmed. I actually gave Nick a lot of pressure. I was like, we need to move out of this house. Little did I know that the blackout was not only in our house, but actually in the whole area. I think the problem was with the transformer. But at this point, I was like, okay, when I'm expressing right now, you feel the energy is positive, but I was really in a negative corner by Tuesday. Another thing that happened on Tuesday, I got to have a conversation with the colleague that I felt ignored me on Monday, and I actually found out that I actually prejudged her. The thing was, even her, whatever we were discussing at the meeting, she was not really understanding it well, because when I went to her, she just told me she was very overwhelmed. Even her, she didn't know what we were discussing. It was some new concepts, and she just told me that she managed to go to some other meeting, and there was someone who was actually now breaking down the concept, and now she could understand it better. And from that point, I learned to be patient with people, but I'm not a patient person anyway. But I try, I learn, and I fail all the time, because when I'm overwhelmed, I end up putting pressure on other people too. So I actually prejudged her. She was also in the same shoes, and the only problem was that she was overwhelmed. So that's why I felt assumed. That's enough for Tuesday.
Wednesday.
On Wednesday, the feeling of being overwhelmed just made me rethink about my evening routine. For some time, we've been doing 2 Bible study. When I need to do for the channel, I go lock myself inside the room, I do my Bible study, and then we can do ours another time. I talked to Nick, and we agreed that now I will not only have to do my Bible study for the channel alone, and we also do our Bible study for the family. But I told Nick that why not join me? We do the Bible study together, and the same Bible study that we are doing, we just put the camera there and we record. And so at the end of the day, I beat 2 birds with 1 stone. Yeah. So most of the time I do my Bible studies in the evening. So that is on Wednesday, I decided to alter my evening routine by including Nick in my Bible study. So the first Bible study is already up, and it got very good feedback. So many people say they love the Bible study that we did with Nick, and he's not going to do much. I'm not going to involve him. We are just going to be ourselves in the Bible study, and continue giving feedback if you love to see Nick in the Bible study. All right.
Thursday.
So on Thursday, I was just having a conversation with some of my colleagues, and so many of them are out to learn a new concept, and not just a new concept, but to continue with the learning. There's a time when I was so young, I had one of my uncle who is already late, rest in peace, Uncle J, was saying that education never ends, and it has never made sense to me like it made on Thursday, because I finished my master's in 2019, and I was like, you know what, I am not reading again. I'll not read even newspaper. I'm not reading again. I just want to focus on my career, and that's it. But now, there are very many opportunities at work to continue studying. Some of them we are being even paid for by the employer. But you know what? Studying involves time. My time will be needed, my concentration, and I'm at a point in my life where I want to give priority to the people that I love. My grandma, my mom, my dad, my husband. I prefer quality time. I can just sit down and have a conversation with Nick, and we laugh, we look at memes and we laugh. I can, set off, go to the village, sit down with my grandma for a whole week, we just laugh. For me, that is what I want to do in this season of my life. and I'm just not into continuing with any form of education. But a time comes when those people who have continued with their education and maybe have 3 professional courses will land better positions at work, and I will be there with only 1 professional course. So I'm between a hard place and fire. I'm like, do I take up the opportunity to continue studying, or do I continue with my idea of creating time for the people that I love, being there for the people that I love? I don't know whether this idea makes sense to you, because I what I was saying is, I want to have spent enough time with the people that I love, to an extent that if I'm called that, you know what, your grandmother is sick, your grandmother is dead, then I don't get so much shaken, because this is someone I have spent enough time with. This is someone I just leave one Saturday and I go and visit, and I spend a whole week and we are together and we talk. And this is someone that I know what they love, what they don't like. If we're just, I'm just in the house and someone calls me that, God forbid, your husband got an accident, is in the mortuary, then I don't get shaken like, oh, I've not even spent time, I regret, I've been busy with work, busy with education, blah, blah, blah. I just want to be at peace knowing that, you know what, when there was time, I was there with them, I was there for them. That is what I want to do in this season of my life. But at the same time, I'm just afraid that, you know what, I can focus on the people that I love, disregard continuing with my education and doing all these many professional courses that are paid for by the employer, and then an opportunity comes along and I don't land it because I don't have the qualifications. So on Thursday, that is really what I was thinking about, and it came out of whatever was happening at work. People are studying, people want to go take educational leave and just go and study in the US, and I'm like, go study in the US for 2 years? What happens to my grandma, my mom, my husband? What happened to them when I'm there for 2 years? Yeah, you tell me. Do you have that pressure in your life, and how are you dealing with it? Because for me, I'm not decided yet. Yes, I'd said I want to focus on the people that I love, but I'm like, what if I just disregard, continue with my education, I don't take this opportunity, and then I lose on a position that I could have landed? Tell me what you think about that thought.
Friday.
I have told you that in the evening, when I come from work, I do laundry for that day. If I have a dress, I clean my dress and clean Nick's shirt, and I cook. At times I even clean the house. Yeah, so when you are overwhelmed with all these things, and then you also work, at the end of the day you feel extremely overwhelmed. So I decided I'm going to create a new, I'm going to alter something in my evening routine. So this is what I did. On Friday, I also made the second change in my evening routine. And this is what I was saying. For me, I don't like doing laundry. I don't like doing laundry. And before, I was doing laundry because most of the time, Nick will help me. But it got to a point I was like, doing laundry on Saturday, I feel like it takes up, 3/4 of your Saturday. You only have a quarter of the day to just sleep. And Saturday is gone. Sunday is a short day because you go to church. The weekend is already over. So I decided I'll be doing laundry kidogo every day, so that by Saturday I don't have clothes to wash. I just rest. But I get overwhelmed with this. I come from work, I do laundry, I cook, I get overwhelmed, and this fatigue actually interferes with my my mood. And you know, when you're married, any negative energy that you emit interferes with your partner. If your partner is going through something, then just the way they look interferes with your mood. Even if you are at a good place, just because your partner is at a bad place, you end up being at a bad place too. So I decided I'm going to stop doing laundry completely. I decided we are going to pay someone to do laundry for us on Saturday, and we are going to sleep on Saturday until we are tired of sleeping. I wake up and do breakfast, and we have the rest of the Saturday just being the two of us and enjoying life. We are not going to do laundry. I'm not going to do laundry. So I decided by Friday, I'm not doing laundry again. I'm paying someone to do laundry, and yeah, that's the decision that I made. I prefer quality time. For me, I prefer quality time with the people that I love. And since this laundry is interfering with my mood, and this mood is making me, you know, interfere with Nick's mood, then let the laundry be. We'll just, you know, spare the amount that we can spare every Saturday and pay someone to do the laundry. Thank you.
Saturday.
On Saturday, thank God, I found a lady called Rachel. She did laundry for us, and she didn't even disturb me on the price. I just gave her the money that I thought I should give her. She had so much positive vibes, and you know, me okay, I don't like kuvutana na watu where we have to, you know, you want this, I want this, and then at the end of the day I give up what I want. Or at the end of the day I can make you think that I'm together with you, but I am not. What I do in that case, if you insist on a price that I don't want, I can let you wash and I don't call you again. But you know, we were in good space with Rachel, and Rachel did laundry for me, and she actually even told me I can just add her something small and she can do even ironing. But I was like, you know what, you know, that one we can do. But you know, I just loved the way Rachel did laundry. And then in fact, she even continued with the laundry when I went to the salon and went away later. So I went to the salon on Saturday, and I made my hair. I hope you like it. I made my hair. This is knotless, and apart from the fact that it is not weighing much on my scalp, but I think the lady used a lot of braids. These are like 5 braids. So down here I feel like it is so heavy down here. It is so heavy down here. Yeah, look at all these braids. It is so heavy down here, but my scalp feels so at ease. In fact, I slept with a lot of ease. Yeah, so I spent the whole day in the salon on Saturday. So if your salonist is slow, don't try the knotless braid if you have a short time, because it takes too much time. All right,
Sunday.
Today is Sunday. Actually, I'm recording this video on Sunday. All right, so on Sunday I went to church. You know, the last Sunday, which I didn't tell you in the diary, I actually went very late, and you know, we didn't rub shoulder well with Asha, because I don't like walking in the middle of the service when the preacher is preaching. But the Asha wanted me to walk and go and sit somewhere else, so we really didn't, you know, rub shoulder well with the Asha. So today was good. I woke up, I went to the service, I arrived in good time. The preaching was very perfect. It was on offering your body as a living sacrifice, and I really felt blessed. I will share this on a Bible study session. After the service, I met up with Olga, my best friend. If you guys don't know Olga, then you need to watch some of my videos. So we hooked up with Olga after the service. She was coming in for the second service. Me, had finished with the first service. I was going home, and we just had a conversation with her before she went into the service, because our seats have to be sanitized are all fumigated before the second service begins. So during that time, we were just having a conversation with Olga out of the church, and I told you in one of my diaries that Olga started a business, but she was just telling me how doing a business is so hard, and it is very true. Doing a business is so hard. Even me, I've tried it and failed. Did I fail? No, I didn't fail. I gave up. Yeah. So I was just telling her everything is hard. You have to, if you love something, if you have a passion for it, then you have to put in the effort and not give up. But anyway, I hope she doesn't give up. Yeah. So after the service, we went for a date with Nick, and it was awesome. We went to 𝐍𝐄𝐖 Tavern. If you're in Nairobi, you need to try 𝐍𝐄𝐖 Tavern, and we had what is called choma mix, which is a mixture of different kind of meat, kuku, beef, yeah, all that chomat. So it was very sweet. We had a very good time. We needed to relax because Nick also was feeling very overwhelmed with his own issues. And after that date, I looked at him and he felt slightly at ease. So I also want to encourage you, if you're watching this and you're married, please, you don't have to spend a lot of money. You can even go out and just drink fresh juice for 150 shillings. You buy one glass and you share, and just going out, looking at people, getting that fresh air, imparts in you positive energy. You feel the change in environment and you feel better. So please, I encourage you to take some time out. It doesn't have to be equated to money. You can just walk out. You can go to a new area, just take a walk. You can even buy sugarcane, groundnuts, eat on the way, but just make sure you're out. Staying in the house, overthinking your issues will overwhelm you. Okay? Yeah. So I think that's all for this week. Thank you for being part of my diary. Lessons learned this week. Lesson number one. Make sure you iron all your clothes at least on Sunday or on Saturday. The clothes that you're supposed to put on while going to work throughout the week, make sure you iron them on Saturday or Sunday, because during the week shit happens, and you might end up going to work with unironed clothes. Because when I woke up on Tuesday and there was blackout, thank God I have the little black dress that doesn't need ironing. That's what saved my life. So make sure you iron your clothes before weekdays. Lesson number 2, I learned that you need patience, especially when you feel like someone is assuming you, they might be overwhelmed. So I learned that lesson, but I don't know whether I'm going to practice it, but may God help me to learn how to be patient. I struggle with being patient. Lesson number 3, you don't have to do it all to be a superwoman. You need someone to help you so that you can have quality time with your husband. For the married, you don't have to do it all. You don't have to wash and clean and do all that to be perfect. If your husband doesn't like you, doesn't love you because you're not a superwoman, I don't know what to say. I don't want to say let them go, but I don't want to say let them suit themselves, but you can't do it all. You will get overwhelmed, because I got to a point I could forget things. I was just feeling fatigued and overwhelmed. So make sure you do just a little that you can manage, so that you have time for yourself, and you have time for your husband, and you have time for the people that you love. Make sure you're not getting overwhelmed. You're not a superwoman or a superhuman. What's the next lesson is, when you're having a bad day, take time to breathe. Take time to breathe and give opportunity to those who are trying to break the ice, to break your mood. When someone is trying to disturb you and distract you, give them time, because you need to practice grace or loving kindness on yourself. And if you just need to make sure You breathe when you're having a bad day to allow yourself to enjoy the day. Because I was having a bad day because the tap broke. The tap was actually made by the end of the day. So this was not something that was supposed to spoil my day anyway. I was having a bad day because there was blackout. And you know what? I came to find out the blackout was not only in our house. Yeah, so I'm also learning this to breathe when I'm having a bad day, and just to tell myself that, you know what? I am not alone in this. I'm not alone in this. I'm not alone in this. Yep. So God bless you so much. If you enjoy my diaries, if you're learning something, make sure you leave a comment on the comment section below. And thank you so much for listening to me. And if you're married and you have advices to give me, please let them down there, because I need to be better at myself. I need to get better. I need to be better, and we can only be better together. Be better together. Bye.
Faith comes by, hearing the word of God, hearing comes by, listening to the word of God. I pray you get faith the size of a mustard seed and grow with knowledge, so you know just what to do with it. Faith comes by, hearing the word of God, enough that you've heard it. Please pick up the word of God. I pray